praises, all honor, and all glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakach Badash, and double honor to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, that GMS. Shalom to you brothers that's preaching and teaching the truth and sincerity across the four winds of the earth. And we do a in transit on the way home from the plantation. I got a little bit of a drive. So I was like, let me go into a lesson, go into something, as I'm listening to the elder brother. I believe his name is Amawan Gabar. Yeah,
so if you don't know about it, there's not much you can't really say about it.
This video right here. And how he's talking about, he's making his, lesson, going into a response pretty much to the blue gangster peg boy, Alazar, Guerrilla Hebrew, about how he called the elder apostle Gabar disingenuous because apparently the apostles taught them to hate the women and steal and do all these things, right? But not that topic. I made a video about that. I was really thinking about as I'm listening to it, and the camp from the Dallas brothers. I was listening to that today that today as well as at work. Like a part of me wanted to make another video about that, but I was like, I'm just gonna leave that alone. But what inspired is what the elder brother said about being men. And he says he considered, a man to be, a man that follows Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? And so on and so forth. And what is important, right? What I want to get into is that the men, right? And we can't stress this enough, that the men, right? Right, specifically men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right, are the prize. Right, we grew up in a Western world where where the women are put on a pedestal to worship women, right, cater to women, bend down to them, whatever they say goes, happy wife, happy life, so on and so forth, right, the whole typical modern day spiel about women. Hold the door for them, whole romance thing, right? But that was never, ever, 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 right, the case in the scriptures, man. Right? So a man is supposed to be bending down and answering your every need and doing that and whatever, what goes on now, right? That was just never the case. That was never a thing, right? But now in this modern world, right, that has been taught, that has been pushed, that has been a doctrine, right, in Babylon the Great. I talk to a lot of people throughout the day, and it's a lot of happy wife, happy life, mindset. Well, let me go ask the head of the household. Let me go ask the wife. Let me go ask this. But it's just like men, are coming back into their glory. Men are coming back into that power, and the Lord is going to make it. I made a video. I forgot what I entitled it, but I made a video. One video I made was we have no other choice but to lean on the Lord, or something along those lines. And then I made a response to that about how women is going to have no other choice but to lean on their men, right? Because the Lord is going to put women, right, in that situation to where you're going to have to, just like the elder Yashwama and the Dallas brothers were saying, the elders, the other brothers was saying that the Lord is going to, the women is going to have to see their man as salvation. And right now, saying that, right, women are not going to take heed to that. They're not going to listen. They're not going to be like, ugh, what are you talking? See you at salvation, ugh. Right? And some women, you know, may understand on a super small scale. Okay, he's teaching the word. He understands the Bible. He's doing this. But they fully don't understand what we're involved in. They don't understand that if we're of the elect, right? We're of the Lord's men, right? That we're going to be ruling the world, right? We are our servants, right? And friends of Yahushua. That doesn't get any better than that. But that is like, that's only for the men. The truth is really for the men, right? Because they would never fully understand that. Right now they see us working regular jobs, 40 hours a week, so on and so forth, coming home, right? Doing this and that and whatever the case may be. So it really hasn't dawned on them yet that we're going to be the reason why you make it out of here. Right? And if you leave me, well, best of luck to you. Right? Right, but they haven't seen that yet. It hasn't came across their mind, because they're in a situation to where they're still able to freely be a woman. Right, in America, they're freely able to go out, go easy find a new man, easy make quick money, fast cash. Fucking nigga get some money, still got Cardi B to listen to. So nothing has really happened to put them in that mindset for them to see that. But the Lord is going to do it to where you're going to have no other choice but to lean on that man. And whatever that man says goes. Because right now you got friction with your woman. She's trying to control you, trying to tell you what you can and can't do. You need to be home by a certain time. I need to check in your phone. Like you get home from working, providing, and then you got a second boss. You got a fucking supervisor at home. What's you over here doing? Following you around the house, sitting next to you, trying to peep you on your phone, laughing and giggling. You on the game playing with your boys, or whatever the case may be. Sitting there trying to put your ear to the headset, trying to listen, make sure ain't no girl in there, or whatever the fuck you women be doing, man. All that shit's about to come to an end, man. It's like men can do all these things, but we're still subject. Then it's crazy. Men can't even, we got to tiptoe around being men. And Eliyahu Shawam been saying it a lot, and it is ridiculous, man. Yeah, spying on you when you go to sleep, go open your phone. Doing all that, man. It's like, what the hell? Who are you? All right, but that's a condition of the battle that we're in. But the Lord is getting ready to flip that. Right, when Jacob's trouble happens, it ain't gonna be no arguing. There ain't gonna be no back and forth. It's going my way or literally the highway. Brothers ain't gonna have that time to try to debate with your ass and argue in a time of Jacob's trouble. Our life is in immediate danger every second of the day. You worry about damn niggas, Esau come rolling through hoods, or where everybody's situation is gonna be different in that time. All right, we ain't gonna have time. And if the Lord has a woman cross your path in the time of Jacob's trouble to use you, right? That's the point. To use you to get delivered, then so be it. Get over this shit, man. It's not the end of the world. You women are out here literally paying Chris Brown rent money just to take a picture with the nigga. Now, if the shit come out blurry, his ass might dip on you. Ain't get another retake. Another $1,800, another $1,500 will retake it. But it's like women in the world don't have no problem flocking and gravitating a rapper, a damn football player. Because you already know Drake. You already know that man is not just going to deal with you. But since that we don't have that type of money and style and status and power and fame, you got a problem with it. But here it is, this fame and all these things that's going on now in this world, it's bullshit. It does not matter. Who gives a fuck about being famous in a decaying society? Who cares about having 20 women that had 8 boyfriends before you? Like, all this shit in this world is defiled, it's vain, it's pointless. Right? And the women that know the truth, know you Israelites, you got a man of the Lord, they don't understand that yet. But the Lord is going to force them. It's going to put it in them to where the world is not what it is anymore. Now we're fighting for survival. So now your opinion doesn't matter, and your opinion really doesn't matter. But you know, but your opinion is really not gonna matter in that time, right? Because at that point, look, if the Lord crossed path, a woman meant to be delivered through me, what you gonna do? You gonna go out there and you gonna fend for yourself, or you gonna shut your ass up and come on, you know? But it's like that point. It is going to have to happen for you women to really get in line, because now that Deacon, Kyle woman is saying this, doing all this shit, which we already told you that nigga was wicked. So and I really don't even feel bad for her, right? Kind of, maybe a tad bit, maybe like a 2%, 1.5%, but the rest is like you've been warned. You've been warned. It's not like nothing's ever been warned about him, and then you just find yourself in a fucked up situation. No, there's been countless and endless videos about how wicked that nigga was, man, and how he wasn't right. But what did you take your ass to do? Oh, okay. Heard all of it and still went to go do it, and now look at you, about to drop a damn documentary about his ass. We got 5 episodes so far. We ain't on number 6. You see? But the Lord is getting ready to do that. But men are coming back into their power or authority, because that's where real order is. Because men don't lead off emotion. Men lead off strictly, right, logic, the reasoning of, the scriptures, the laws, right, with the wisdom. Right, you got a lot of people. That's why women, you're just not meant to be in that position, because you lead off emotion. What feels good at this time. And the thing is, what feels good now might not feel good later. That's why you women put yourself in a lot of fucked up situations where you regret shit. Well, I shouldn't have slept with him. Well, I shouldn't have did that, because you was out drinking with your ladies and you veered off. Some nigga gave you sweet nothings, laid with him, and you regretted it. Well, it felt good in the moment. You see, you lead off emotions. You can't lead anything based off how you feel. Because your feelings change every minute, every second, every day, every week, every month. Those things change. So you can't make decisions off that. You can't be in those leadership roles, right? And don't get it wrong. We love women, right? We love our women. But that's just the reality and the truth of the matter. The Lord has set up men. Let's get this real fast. Proverbs 8, right, in verse 4, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man, right? The Lord is revealing his secret, like the other scriptures say, he revealeth his secrets to the servants of the prophets. And who are the prophets? They were men, right? So the true knowledge, the true wisdom is coming out from the men of the Lord. Right, because that's who the Lord is dealing with. The governing body is men. Are the women of the elect? Are there children of the elect? Of course. But that governing body that's going to govern the earth, that is the men. And in the kingdom, that is not going. What goes on here, and before we even get to the kingdom, all this shit is going to be done, man. Arguing and spying and watching and trying to track them and do all that shit. It's just like, come on, why are you doing all that? And just like the elders, Yashawamba and Elder Ariala and the elder said from not this camp, but last week camp, it's like there's nothing, if a man wanted some box, right? He's somewhere at work, whatever the case, right? Whatever scenario. There's nothing that you gonna stop. There's nothing that you gonna say and or do, right, to stop that man from getting that box. Right? It's just not possible. Right? It's just not possible. So it's like, you doing all this for what reason? It's like, it's not possible. A man can, like Elder Yashua said, a man can say no 10 times, 5 times, 6 times, but there's gonna be one time where it's gonna be like, all right. But you got to understand, it's just not about that, right? Understand that that's just, first off, that's men's nature, right? But it's going to be a point in time to where a man might meet a woman and she might be with you into the end so she can make it out of here. Like, that's what, and that's what it's about. It's about those spirits being rekindled, those spirits coming back together, man. And when the Lord comes back, he's going to gather them, right? The spirits that was with him from the beginning. And you looking at the flesh, you say, oh, you go sleep with her, he spent more time with her, and he did this, and oh, who cares? Right? Like, it's a way deeper aspect than just the flesh, right? Even though we, have pleasures and we do things in the flesh, of course, but it's a lot bigger than that. This is about what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has in store, right? So it's a lot bigger than just you getting mad because he talking to another woman, or he got a side piece, or whatever the hell you got going on. But it's just like, why is that? And like the elders were saying in the camp, it was like, that's y'all fire. Like, that's some of you women's fire. It's like, men, we got to go through stuff. We got to go through things. And we got to catch fire. That's y'all fire. The first wives, are you okay? Are you going to be able to battle that flesh of grew up feminism, happy wife, happy life, and now you can see your man be with another woman? Are you going to be okay with that? Are you going to be able to battle that? That's something y'all have to meditate on. That's something y'all have to work on. Right? And it's just like, how? Like, you shouldn't have no say in nothing. The men of the Lord are on the highways and hedges, preaching, teaching, making lessons, right, on the forefront of this spiritual war, right, that's getting ready to turn physical. Like, we already got so much on our mind, so much on our plate. And now to be supervised over when you get home from already being damn supervised. Now you're being supervised to get a second shift, third shift now. You're being damn supervised now to another point to your ass. It's like that would not have fly. That would have never have been a thing in the ancient world, man. Ever. And nothing's changed. Now is not the time for that either. Like, if you women really understand what's getting ready to happen on the earth, you would really just shut up. To be honest, if you have a man in the Lord, you wouldn't have nothing to say. All right, we gonna have disagreements, we're gonna argue, we're gonna bicker, and so on. That's just part of it. Apostle Paul spoke about that. We're gonna have, trouble in the flesh. But it's like, you honestly would just be quiet, because you know that shit's getting ready to get serious. I'm not gonna be able to defend myself, so I'm gonna look to this man, and I'm gonna have to just trust him, because I trust in the Lord. And if the Lord's with him, then hey, everything's all good. So it's just like, it's so much. It's just like, why are you stressing yourself out? It's like they were saying, the elders were saying, look, you have a better son, you have a better chance of stopping the sun from coming up tomorrow than a man, dealing with another woman, man. And it's funny because it's true. Like, you not gonna, no matter what you do, how many messages you didn't see. And the thing is, like, why do you women go through your man's phone to you looking for something, and then when you find it, you get hurt? Well, nigga, you was looking for it, and then you found it. Now your ass upset. Well, you was looking for it. What the fuck? Now you done found it. Now your ass want to cry. Why would you do this? And then stay. I remember the Elder Yashua said that a while back. You do all that and then get hurt just to stay. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you women are crazy. You women are actually crazy, man. Like, what the hell? I can see you getting hurt and then you want, I don't want to do this. You get hurt and then stay. Get hurt multiple times. Oh, you talking to her? And then stay. So you can take your ass to the kitchen and cook something for dinner. What do you eat tonight? Give you that box that same night she got hurt. The same night she got hurt, she'll give you the box. Same night. Like, come on, man. Like, what come on. What is that? But men are coming back into their power, man. Whether you like it or not, there's nothing that you can do. It's inevitable. Look up the definition of that. right? There's nothing that you can do to stop from men from being in their rightful order, their rightful power, or the God-given right. You're demonizing God-given rights. The Lord said we can deal with multiple women. Hey, you trying to demonize? You lust, you flat, you duh. You trying to teach us? Hey, shut your ass up, man. You get tired of that shit, right? But that's why it's coming to a point to be more wise in who you deal with, and I'm understanding that more and more, man. I was listening to the camp from earlier, man, and that camp, the Dallas brothers was talking about it and hit me. It's just like, damn. You find yourself in some situations sometimes when you just don't, you just think and meditate on the times if you could have been single, if you would have did this and would have did, you think about that shit. Like, damn. But, you know, we put ourselves in these situations, so we got to deal righteously. Right? But that's just a part of the battle. That's a part of the walk. But man, you really start to understand it once you live it. And I'm fully understanding now that I'm living in a situation. Like, you really start to understand. Like, you hear it, you can hear it, but it's like, okay. But then once you finally had that experience, then you really understand what they're talking about. What the elder apostles, the bishops, the elders, what they were talking about. Now you understand. Now I get it. Now I get it. You see? But there's nothing that you can do, man. And when, you know, this world collapses and the kingdom is here, we're going to understand why men, we understand that now. But we're really going to see why righteousness and men need to be in order, man. You can't operate off emotions, man. You can't. It does not work. If you were just to operate off pure emotions, you would get fired. No job. All types of shit would be going on if you just operate off emotion. No, we got to just deal, man. Use wisdom and deal. But that's how men were made. You women weren't made to deal off logic and reasoning. Right? Because y'all love to cater to the flesh. Y'all love to cater to how you feel. Oh, he made me feel like this. He made me feel like this. Okay, well, are you okay though? Did he hurt you? Or did he just say something that you didn't like? Did he still take care of you? You still got a roof over your head? Right? So on and so forth. But, you know, it's kind of through the spirit. I know I wanted to take about one particular topic, but I'm all over the place. But just through the spirit, man. Right? So that's pretty much it. I'm almost reaching my destination. So I'm going to shut it down. Right? Hope the lesson was edifying, man. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto